Hey guys, it's me, Haley, and welcome back to my channel, and today I will actually be covering Outer Banks Season 3. Normally, I guess I would have covered Outer Banks Season 1 and 2, but since I barely remember those seasons, I'm having to have to re-watch them, so I'll cover them after I re-watch them, but for now, I'll be covering Season 3, and I hope you guys like this video, and if you agree with me or disagree with me, you can let me know down with the comments. And I'm going to be talking about some theories, which you can also talk about in the comments, because I would like to get y'all's comments and opinions about this new season. Obviously, when I've been looking at, a lot of people have been hating the new season. I mean, that's reasonable, that's understandable, but for me personally, because every person is different, so everyone's expectations in a TV show are different. And for me, season 3, it's really good. Sure, I have some problems, but they're only two problems I have with it. Overall, the whole season is good. It gave me what I wanted to see in the new season, basically, but everyone has a different opinion, so, yeah, but thanks. And I know my hair is looking crazy. I don't have makeup on, but I figure I could do a video without makeup because I had some more Bible study, spending more time with God, I always knew this, but it helped me more to show that I can make YouTube videos without having makeup on my face, because I'm beautiful no matter what. I'm beautiful no matter what. I don't need makeup or stuff like that to be beautiful. But yeah, but it just helps. But I don't need that stuff. But yeah, thanks for tuning into this video, and I'll be getting started today. I'm not going to be talking because if you have not seen season 3, please do not watch this video. Or if you have not finished it, please don't watch it, because this is going to be like a major spoiler things. I'm not going to be talking about every single episode or every single scene. I'm just going to be talking about the main stuff and what I liked or disliked. But yeah, here it goes. Okay, let's start off with the rating. Out of 100 being really good, I give this season 100 out of 100. Because honestly, it gave me my expectations, and normally I would give it a 98 out of 100, only because like I said, there's two problems I have with the new season, but they're not as, well, I guess they are a little bit big, but not, one of them is, but not big impactful, at least to me, so I'm still going to give them 100, but if we're talking about those mistakes, then a 98. But let's start off with the whole beginning. Well, in Outer Banks Season 3, basically Kiara is kidnapped, basically by the mafia. I mean, I can't tell because when I read about it, okay, obviously I know she was kidnapped by Singh, who is the crime boss, and he's the villain of the new season, which I'll get to him in a minute, but she was basically kidnapped by him so that she could help him find this diary to this new treasure, or this new gold, El Dorado. And that was a perfect way to set up the new season, because that is suspense, some action, adding the mafia vibes into it, and adding a situation where Kiara was kidnapped but eventually rescued, especially by JJ and the other Pogues and Sarah and stuff. But basically, that whole situation where she was kidnapped, and I guess we can say Roth was almost kidnapped too, but not really. They're in that whole mansion of Singh's, I think it's in Barbados, together, and they're being aware from Singh, who's also, like I said, a crime boss, because they see later on that the person that actually bought Kiara and tried to take her other friends, but that did not work out, he was shot and killed by Singh, who he used to work with, and I'm assuming because maybe he failed his mission to get the other Pogues, or maybe because he told the Pogues where to help and find Kiara at, and he found out. And that's another proof because, like, he shot him and stuff, and then he has these guards. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, it's the mafia slash mercenary type, because, like, his show just look more like mercenaries than, like, mobsters. But Singh could be, like, he's a crime boss, but his soldiers are, like, mercenaries. But he's also like a treasure hunter of his own. But like that whole situation and that whole suspenseful situation where Raph and Kiara are trying to escape and stuff, that sets up the perfect moment in the whole season. That sets up the perfect scenario. Like putting the mafia involved and stuff, and then putting the Pogues onto a different area, not just in Charleston or the Outer Banks, but like in Barbados itself, like, and what I really liked, like, I guess towards the end of season 3, they got to explore some parts of the Amazon rainforest, because the Amazon rainforest is connected in different areas, so I really like seeing that, and because that was my favorite, seeing that, because most treasure hunting shows and stuff are mostly around jungle type areas or something, especially in the Amazon. I mean, and me as a fan of the Goonies, Indiana Jones and stuff, like I can safely say, like, searching for this El Dorado treasure, like, is probably the best type of treasure they could look for, because the other gold, that was basically owned by Ward or stolen by him. I can't really remember, I have to rewatch it, but like, and then there was the cross, but I feel like the El Dorado treasure is like the big treasure, especially if you're trying to add some Indiana Jones or Goonies references. That's like the big treasure. Now, what I dislike, I'm going to just name the two things I dislike. The first thing is the time jump, and the second thing is John B. easily forgiving Sarah. Now let's just get to the time jump. Like in season 3, we can see, spoilers ahead, like Topper goes ahead, and George wants to go ahead and charge like John B for hitting him, for like when he found out he cheated, when Sarah cheated on him with Topper, and Topper wanted to get him arrested, and so basically he was a fugitive while he was still looking for his father, who was kidnapped by Singh. And basically the whole situation, when we get to the time jump, it doesn't look like they resolved that, or like we don't see it being resolved, which I really hate it, because here's the thing. Before the time jump, Kiara was like, Lily was saved by JJ, escaped from that, I guess that institution place that her parents sent her into. So they were at odds with each other. They were still at odds, and then John B was obviously still a fugitive. But when we see the time jump, like, when everyone's giving the speech, oh, these kids found El Dorado, which they deserve because they did. But time jump, it doesn't even show us. Like, it's not explained. Maybe it'll be explained in flashbacks to season 4, hopefully, because if it's not, well, that's just a big problem, because in season 3, when the time jump happened, we don't see how John B escaped his charges, because like I say, he was still a fugitive, and we don't see how Kiara managed to resolve her issues with her parents, because I'm assuming when she got back, her parents found out she probably escaped the institution. Maybe they were mad or something. I don't know. Like, I wish we got this, because that was still unresolved. John B was still a fugitive, so how did he get his charges dropped? And how did Kiara resolve her issues with her family, basically? Like, how did that happen? And what happened to Ralph? Like, what actually happened to him? We don't really see him towards the end of season 3. We really don't. At the end of episode 10, we don't. Or the time jump in general. So what happened to him? So those are 3 main concerns I have as far as the time jump goes. So I really hated that time jump. I probably wouldn't have hated it if they just resolved those 3 issues regarding Ralph, John B's charges against him for hitting Topper, and then obviously Kiara's problems with her parents. Like, we didn't see what happened because in the time jump it looks like, oh, they're all good and they're friends now, but how did they manage to work it out? Like, we should have seen that. We should have seen that and stuff, and we should have seen how his charges got undropped and how Kiara solved her issues with her parents, because that's just all confusing, especially when you deal with time jump. So I hated that mainly, and hopefully they can show us how that was all resolved before the time jump itself. Like, maybe they can show us in season 4. And now the last thing I really hated was how John B easily forgave Sarah. Like, I shipped them. I was shipping them from the whole beginning of season 1, but I don't think personally, like, yeah, sure, I was heartbroken and I wanted them to get back together, but if it's a cheating scandal, then I personally think John B should have, like, had more time. Maybe have more time to talk with her, to understand, because, I mean, when she cheated, it was basically a fight going on. That's no excuse for cheating, no excuse, but, like, still, they should have, like, a deep conversation, but it's like, one episode they break up, and then the next one they get back together. That's too soon. That is really too soon. Like, he should have more time before he actually forgave her. And it's like, not like he says to her, oh, I forgive you, Sarah, for cheating on me. It's not like he says that. And it's like too soon for forgiveness, especially since he literally found out she cheated on him. And then he was so upset he even assaulted Topper. So, like, I felt like that was too soon. That was too soon for him to forgive her, just too soon. And, you know, well, those are the only two things I hated. Everything else was nice. I thought most people, I mean, I can actually see it because, like, most people can actually hate the new villain, Singh, but, like, especially since he basically says the same phrase over and over. Well, not over and over, but, you know, occasionally a lot of times, which annoys people, which is understandable, but I personally liked him as a villain because I never seen the mafia involved. And with Ward, the only reason why I don't like Ward as much as Singh is because, sure, he tried to kill Sarah, but literally after that, he wanted redemption from her. And even before that, he tried to kill her. He wanted to make amends with her. So it's like Sarah is his only weakness. But when it comes to Carlos Singh, he doesn't mind trying to kill a couple kids. Even when it's a girl or a boy. Like, he doesn't mind killing a couple kids. And that makes him ruthless and terrifying. Probably more than Ward. Because Ward's like... Because they were kind of trying to give him redemption in season 3. And his weakness was basically Sarah. So, like, that's why I personally choose Carlos Singh as a bad villain. Because it's, like, more ruthless, more dangerous, and, like, less remorseful. Or, like, and they showed, like, how greed over treasure can probably change a person. Because he went from the beginning, like the actor says, he went from the beginning from having a reason to wanting to get to this treasure, having a reason to kill, even though it's not a very good reason, because you shouldn't kill either way, and being so greedy over treasure that it eventually gets him into madness. Now, at the end of season 3, everyone says that he is dead, and I've seen it. It looks like he's dead from that explosion, which I said greed, because if he did actually die, he died just for El Dorado, which he was being greedy about. He could have escaped and lived, but no. But I personally think maybe he's still alive, only because, yeah, sure, he could possibly be dead, but, his death wasn't confirmed. There was no body shown, or at least there was no body that we saw that had blown up from the firecracker. We didn't see him, blow up or anything. And we don't know how much seconds, because after that scene, after they showed his face and grabbing the cracker, they showed Trumpy and Trumpy's father, Big John, and and then we see in the background something exploding, which my guess Carlos Singh, but, we don't know about how many seconds, so, that could show that he could still be alive. And like I said, Al Banks was good with faking deaths, with Big John's death, with, Wood's death, who people also say is still alive after season 3. And like, you know, we know Outer Banks likes to trick us when it comes to these deaths or deaths we think, these people we think are dead, but they're not. So it's possible, because I know I read something online that said, like, it's very possible Singh may come back in season 4 to haunt the Pogues in some way if he is still alive. Most likely he's dead though, but like, that's something that intrigues me, because I do wonder, because every time I think about this, I do wonder if he's still alive. So like, he could be alive, he could very much be alive, and I kind of hope that's the case. I kind of hope he is, because like, maybe we'll see, I don't know, more in season 4. So like, let's just hope maybe he's still alive or some, but that won't be good for the Pogues if he is still alive. But like, I personally think he is. And now with the rest of the season go, they managed to find El Dorado, especially Sarah and John B. They found El Dorado, they got to it, or late, they got a piece of it before the whole cave exploded, basically. And that was actually good. And then, obviously, we saw that time jump in, which I hated. But, like, overall, this was a good season. Like, good villains, good plot hole and storyline. And let me talk about JIARRA. Like, sure, there wasn't a lot of scenes. Why meanness? I mean, no, they did have a lot of, like, dialogue as a almost romantic nature, but I mean, they only had one kiss in this whole season, and they didn't even talk about it, in which I wish they have. But I think that kiss signals that maybe they will start a relationship. Let's just hope in season 4 for all of us JIARRA fans, like, because I also shipped them. I basically ship every. When it comes to the Pogues itself, I ship everyone with the Pogue, so it's hard to choose which Pogue couple I personally choose, but like, I like all of them, and JIARRA hopefully gets together in season 4, and hopefully John B and Sarah still stay together, and hopefully she doesn't cheat on him again. Now, I really like this season and stuff. It was suspenseful, plotful. Now, I may add a part 2 to this Outer Banks 3 review, but y'all guys gotta let me know down below in the comments if you want me to do this, and if you do, I'll do it. If you don't, I won't do it, but just let me know. And I hope you enjoyed my review, and those are my personal opinions about the whole show, but overall it's great, and I can't wait to see what season 4 comes out, and what the theory regarding if Singh is still alive, and if we'll see if next season how John B managed to go from a fugitive to get his charges dropped. We'll have to wait and see when season 4 comes out. So, like, I hope y'all guys enjoy it. Just let me know down below in the comments what you want to see next. Like, what fan theories, like, you have on Outer Banks season 3, and what y'all's thoughts were if you've seen it. And if you enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.